おはようございます。新京王国パイロットでございます。コールサインははやて1944。今日はマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会ですね。コミュニティフライング会で参加していきたいと思います。航空域はニューギニア。ブッシュトリップっていうらしくて、なんかアウトドアっぽいフライトなんですけど、まあまあいつも通りゼロ戦で参加しております。本来は不整地に着陸しやすいような大きなタイヤを持ってまあショートランディング短距離に着陸できるような飛行機が推奨です。ニューギニア2とゼロ戦で飛ぶにはもうぴったりの舞台ではないでしょうか。時刻は朝7時ぐらいにセットアップしてあります。お天気はプリセットの冬。でも対外飛行機がちゃんと見えてない感じがしますよね。何なんだろうかっていうかいつものことですが、セスナ172がコディアックに見えたりあ、離陸していく。みんな離陸していくようなので、私も、流れに沿っていきたいと思います。離陸。はい、じゃあ。はい、座席戻し、取り回せ、回転数今日は巡航スピード書いてなかったような気がするな。で、よいしょ。キャノピー閉じ、燃料タンクをドロップタンクに変更。いいかな。ニューギニアの朝、もう本当に原始時代のジャングルでございますな。
Yeah, aircraft just come in. I believe it's going to be flying in this competition coming up in 2026.
まあジャングル、またジャングルでしょうね。H60 ヘリコプターかな。EZ04 EZ04 ってなんだろう、服用機かな。ちょっと分かんなかったですね。見えてるのは単位を見えてる。あれはなんかわかんないけど、とにかくみんな今日はコディアックに見える量持ってないのか、リバリアンマッチスカウト、あれはコディアックなんでコディアックに見ればいいと思います。いやー、今週も始まりましたね。週末素晴らしい。今日私仕事ですけどね。
So, in terms of competition, do people choose their own aircraft, or do you say, okay, this competition everyone's flying the Norden, next competition everyone's flying the Draco, like that kind of thing, or does everyone choose their
パイパー
own
チェロ
favorite
キ
plane
ー
to fly in
違う
competition?
か
They all
あ
get to
なん
choose
と
their
か
own plane.
ア
It's
ー
been
チャー
a
とかいうやつ
approved
か
list that we've tested. Yeah, you got lots of choices. Different classes too. Heavier planes, heavier bush planes, lighter bush planes.
サベージ
This
カ
year,
ー
with the addition
ブだけど
also
コディア
of
ックも
being in 24, we're starting up a rookie
CC19
class,
だ
so
けど
new
カブ
incomers
に あ
will be
さ
placed in
じゃあ
the
カブ
rookie
じゃ
class
ないのか
and determine and move up to the Eastall series from a rookie class. And in the rookie class, they will be flying one determined aircraft by Eastall.
あきっとフォックス久しぶりに見たな
Alright, very good. So, perfect time to get involved if you are new to Eastall and the
今日
viewers
は
in the chat.
軽飛行
Some
機
that
大会
interest
です
you.
ね
There is now a rookie class competition, so could not be a better time to get started. Once again,
Get in there.
type exclamation mark Eastall in the chat. That'll give you a link to their website and all the information you need to get involved will be found there. Alright, looks like I have climbed high enough to clear this mountain range and just coming over 8,500 feet right now. And got a lot of you wonderful people flying along with me. I got
これはコディア
Ogatai 36, Newtonius Pi, Odal Fisk, Gunners Forever, Xtov B74, Slim Jim, Black Cats, Surfs and Snow, Davro, Z-Doc,
急上昇のパワーがいり
Unwired
ますな
Eddie, Timokai, Arrow SLT, Tox Race, Cat Drildor, so a lot of great people flying along. And chat, of course, this is an open event. It doesn't matter your skill level or platform. If you're playing on PC, Xbox, Xbox Cloud Gaming, NVIDIA, GeForce Now, doesn't matter. You can fly with us today. PlayStation 5 as well, of course. Exclamation mark fly in the chat. That'll give you all the instructions you need. Briefly say, I see there's already done those people. I see another 30 days. Yeah, so the way it works, it'll show you the closest aircraft to your plane.
なかなか突然山があって上昇力が試されるコースでしたが一気に上がってます。やっぱゼロ戦上昇力すごいでございますね。
I'm still in the back, so you can catch me really quickly. And shout out to Foxfly, Slim Jim, and also I see Bush Pilot Jesse in the chat. All of them have all competed in our Eastall series.
Alright. NorCali, as you clear this crest up ahead of you, you're going to be in for a treat. We got a really beautiful picturesque coastline here in Indonesia that you'll see as soon as you get over this ridge.
It's been a while since I've been out to Papua. Come out here again.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful ocean view there. 300 Wolf, you're surfing Snow 33. Okay, well, I got you in sight on my screen. Nice to have you flying with us today.
スピード速いか速いってほどでもない
Alright,
と思い
chat.
ます
What did everyone choose for your
が、
off-field bush fly? What aircraft are you flying today? Interesting if anyone picked something that might be a little bit too hard to land at Bugalaga. We'll find out. Quasaflop says, as a beta tester, I can't participate in multiplayer. Yeah, so you can. It's just you'll only be able to see other people who are also on the beta. So people on Sim Update 4 release build can see other Sim Update 4 users, and people who are on Sim Update 5 beta can see other Sim Update 5 beta users, but not vice versa. Alright, here's what we got here. We got the Kit Fox, the NX Cub, the Blackhawk, Airwolf. Well, yeah, if you're flying a helicopter, you should be fine. The Double Ender, Cessna Grand Caravan, the Norden, the Got Friends, Wilma 80X, Draco, Cessna 172, Kodiak 100, another NX Cub. Budapest is flying Smaug, the Dragon. Are you CDL? Yes, I am
ニュ
CDL.
ーギニアっていうとまだ
Draco, American Champion Scout, NX Cub, Double Ender, Cessna
接触
152.
部族とかいっぱいいそうですね
Yeah, you'll be okay. We're going
あ
about
なんだ
150
ろう
miles
な
today. 152 should be able to keep up.
あの飛行機の
Another
見え
X
方
Cub,
は
Draco,
通
Caravan,
信がうまくいってないやろか
Cessna 208 Grand Caravan in Brazilian camouflage livery, so no one will see me. Peter's flying the
Savage.
Wilga. We got a Cessna Bird Dog L19.
みんなコリアクに入
So
れてる
good assortment of aircraft. I love the
はい
variety.
隊長発見
Twin Otter, another great choice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So
Love the
here
otter.
in Vancouver,
Hold on,
where I
nobody
live,
told
we
me
see
to
twin
hold on.
otters on floats taking off from the harbor
パ
all
ワー
the
で
time.
アイドル
Flying
で
over
飛んで
Vancouver
ても
Island and other destinations.
追い抜きそう
By the way, if you ever are visiting the Vancouver area and you're interested in aviation, if you're a plane spotter, just go down to waterfront at Vancouver, right on the harbor, and you can see all kinds of float planes
お
taking off and landing at any
尾
hour
形
of
井
the
さん
day.
は今日ヘリコプターですね
Very cool.
UH1 とかあれは何あれ
All
も
right, I'm going to
UH1
descend
だ
a little bit. We can cut over to my screen here. I think 8,500. I think we've cleared the mountain range from above. We can always climb again later. I'm going to descend to 4,500.
いやーすがすがしいですな朝隊長なかなか
As you can see from
急
my
降下していきます
avionics,
な
we're getting that flashing yellow traffic warning. As you can imagine, just look at all the look at all the other aircraft around me. This is an air traffic controller's nightmare right now. But that's the beauty of flight simulation and fly-in Friday, is we can do things that we would not be able to do in real life. Traffic. Yeah, exactly, Edward.
ちゃんとポーターが回ってて素晴らしいっすね
I just set up this background aerocraft this morning for this stream. I might use it on my own stream now.
Hey, it looks good. I love when people embrace things like that.
I get a screenshot of every plane I fly and just switch it up every time.
That would be interesting. Make sure you send it to me so I can put that photo on the screen next to your name.
All right, I'm now down to 4,500 feet. This is fine. Says XTOP74 says looks like flying with Air America in the 1960s. That was the covert CIA operation, right, in Latin America. I remember. I think they made a movie about that. Or am I thinking of something else?
Something. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Look at the beautiful scenery today. Great day for flying. Nice sunny weather. Love these beautiful South Pacific islands. Surf and Snow just buzzed right past me, also in an NX Cub.
Yeah, I see lots of familiar names up there.
Good to see everybody out today.
Finley, we are flying in Indonesia today. Technically the island of New Guinea, if you're familiar with geography, it's actually split in half. On one half you have Papua New Guinea, and on the other half you have part of Indonesia. Indonesia, of course, is a huge archipelago with, I think, well over 1,000 different islands that make up the nation of Indonesia. But we are on the Indonesian side of the border on the island of New Guinea, and we are flying to our full stop destination of Bugalaga, Whiskey X-Ray 53, which is never flown there before in the sim. It is one of the most amazing airstrips you will ever see. Very challenging dirt strip to fly
あ
into.
ニューギニアだけどここら辺までインドネシアなんだね
We made the flight plan a little bit shorter today, specifically so that we can get to Bugalaga and then watch people make their landings. But yeah, if you'd like to join us, !fly in the chat. That'll give you all the details for today's flight plan. Are there any bridges on the way? I don't think so, Sterling Deb. We're flying mostly over jungle rainforest today. And I just realized I filled up my water bottle before we went live, but I left it in the kitchen. And I just realized I go grab that, so I will be right back.
Ugalaga is listed at 1,648 feet long, an elevation of 6,200 feet. That'll be our final.
I was there yesterday checking it out. It was a couple days ago. I was having a lot of fun with it.
I know we've been there once before at least.
Yeah, it's really upslope runway.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that chat. My mouth was getting a little bit dry. I
やっ
reached
と
for
な
my
ん
water
か
bottle and realized
速
it
度
wasn't
勝負
there.
エンジンパワーがあった気がする。エンジンパワーと、まあトリムと、
Finley says your multiplayer doesn't work. So, okay, two things. Make sure you're on the Southeast Asia server. That's in your online settings. And then make sure you also have, before you start the flight, make sure you're in all players.
隊長おはようございます。今日もよろしくお願いします。その飛行機はちゃんとレジナンバーが、機体に今日反映されてますね。
Behind me now too, and a 737-300 series next to me. That's an interesting choice.
Might not make it in that 1,600 foot
Yeah.
trip.
Hey, you know, I was watching on YouTube just yesterday. Air Force Proud 95 did a video about a week ago where they had a real 737 pilot as a guest, and they were seeing just what they could do with a 737, and they landed it on an aircraft carrier successfully. So, not the first try, mind you, but they did eventually do it. So hey, if you put a 737 down on an aircraft carrier, you might be able to do it. Yeah, good luck to whoever that is flying the 737 series. Got Maple Wingman there, and a Cessna Grand Caravan. Criminal pilot in a business jet. Really saw some real videos recently of the U.S. government letting C-47s on carriers. So yeah, the C-47, of course, is the military variant of the DC-3. I know I've talked about this on the stream. Anytime anyone asks me what I think the best plane ever built was, I would say without hesitation the DC-3. It can do everything. Most versatile plane, such longevity, from flying since the early 1930s. Been around almost 90 years at this point. And still in operational service to this very day. So pretty remarkable aircraft to have that kind of service history. So yeah, there's nothing that the DC-3
I rode in the flagship Detroit, and I guess it's one of the oldest running DC-3. And we took ground dogs and it was like up there at one of our competitions at Union City in Nashville. And it was an experience. It was cool.
Yeah, I would love to go for a ride in DC-3 one day. What's the aircraft I'm flying right now? This is the Cubcrafters NX Cub. There's two variants of this aircraft. They're basically the same, with only one difference. Same airframe, same engine, same avionics suite. The only difference between the X Cub and the NX Cub is the landing gear configuration. I'm flying the NX Cub, which is a tricycle configuration. The X Cub has a tail dragger configuration. I personally prefer tricycle setups, but I know a lot of tail draggers as well. Certainly, it's NorCali there in the north flying a tail dragger today.
Yeah, tail draggers are my favorites. I can do some trikes. I have fun in those too, but I get most enjoyment out of the tail dragger.
Most of the school competitors I find enjoy the tail draggers.
Yeah. Aerocraft says, nice outfit. Well, you know, it's a bit of a tradition here at this point. Every now and then I don't wear my costume on the live stream and chat loses their minds. So what happened to CD? So
Who is that guy?
who is that guy exactly? So I kind of have to at this point. What are I'm just using a weather preset. I have calm winds. I don't know if anyone's flying with live weather today, what the conditions are like.
Yeah, I'm on few clouds right now.
Yeah, that's exactly the same reason I'm using. Yeah,
7 knots if you're on live weather. It's kind of 7 knot cross tailwind.
okay. And what's like the precipitation and cloud cover on live weather? Is it clear?
Broken, scattered. It's clear right here.
Okay.
Semi-nice.
Rain Police says live weather's nice. All right, let me switch over to live weather. Let's take a look. No, not live time now. That's no good.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
No. I realized that loading in. I'm like, man, I hope we're not doing this in the dark.
Okay, so there's live weather. Yeah, we got a little bit of cloud cover, but it's still pretty nice looking. Flight Sim 2020 or Flight Sim 2024, which is better? Well, they're both great. No matter which one you choose, you're going to have a fantastic flying experience. As you can see, I'm in Flight Sim 2024. It's my personal preference. North Cali, what are you? You're also in 24, right?
Yeah, I still have 2020 installed, just in case something happens. Servers are down or something, maybe I can switch over to the other one for an emergency. But we just switched out of 2020 for our e-school competition. We've been using it up until
荒ぶっとられる
last year.
荒ぶる神がいらっしゃる
Yeah, I also have both installed. Obviously, I have to for work reasons. But all my actual flying, if I'm not like testing a bug or looking at community
お
report or
す
something,
ごい
all my
綺麗な海じゃございまさんこと
I just switched over about a month.
なんだろうサンゴ礁でしょうかねやっぱこんな風になるっていうのは
And I've been flying mostly helicopters. This is like my first airplane fly.
あれ
Which is why I
ま
had
た
to reset my controls when I first
Google
started.
翻訳の先生がさ
So
Somewhat
far, I
good.
really enjoy it. But either one.
The voice translator is slacking off.
Now look at this chat. We've got coral
サンゴ
reef
礁が見えます眼下にサンゴ礁
that need water mask.
You can see the coral reef. Coral reefs in ophthalmology.
Anyone in chat? Have you gone scuba diving in a coral reef before? That'll be a cool experience, I think. We got Wild River Bush League in the chat. Says, hey, Microsoft official 80K in North Cali. Happy Friday. Hope the flying is good and vibes are chill. Wish I was flying and not at work.
Fox
You know,
Friday.
Wild River Bush League, believe it or not.
Hitbox.
見ましたが
This is my job. I'm getting paid to fly on Friday. Isn't that the dream?
あれ胴体の頭の上のところ羽
The body's
Nice.
head on
Yeah.
top of the feathers.
あれ視界良さそうでいいよな真上の
Bullman says, no, but I stuck my head up
That
the
one
back
looks
and
good,
called my
the
breath.
one directly
Same
above.
thing. Yeah, wait, is it though? X-Top says there are two Hueys behind you, CD. Feels like apocalypse now. I don't see any helicopters behind me, but I'll take your word on that. Bravely says, I've never done scuba, but done free
普通
diving for
をちゃん
shellfish.
と見
Hey,
え
that's
てる
cool.
んだ
I've
な
done snorkeling before, but I haven't done scuba diving.
今いる飛行機はなんとなくみんなちゃんと見えてそうですね
185, you can see it clearly, huh?
私だけなんかバッチガイな感じの飛行機でございますが気にしない
You know, it's not about the money.
It seems like I'm the only one on this plane who's somehow mistaken, but I don't mind.
Will you be at Epic Weekend this week?
I absolutely will. Yeah, we'll talk about that. You know, we got some time here. Yeah, 2,400 miles for our first country we're landing.
このクリミナルパイロットということは常連さんだと思います。よくお見かけします。
This criminal pilot guy is probably a regular customer. I see him often.
Microsoft has the biggest booth on the convention floor. So come find us. Come say hello. We'd love to meet you. I'll be there. Jane will be there. Several other members of the Flight 16 ones who, you may not know their faces, but you might see them. They work very hard behind the scenes. We would love to meet all of you. So please do come say hello. Introduce us. If you're a Flying Friday viewer participant, come introduce yourself and say, hey, I watch your stream every week. I would love to follow.
Yeah, I'll be there, so I'll stop by on my free time. I'll be at the Moza booth. Moza is one of our official
タイヤ
partners.
でかいですな、この
I'll
大
be
き
over
な
there working with them.
Those are some big
多分
tires
着
on this
陸
plane too.
難しいと思うんですよね。前もインドネシアこのコースではなかったと思うけど、このニューギニア島でブッシュトリップして
I think so too. I don't think it was on this course before, but I did a bush trip on New Guinea.
短くて、不整地かな、あんまり整備されてない工場に降りて全然着陸できなかった覚えがござるでござる。
I remember landing on an uneven, poorly maintained airfield and not being able to land at all.
Ronnie Sessa says, CD, if Microsoft Flight Sim a full-time gig for you? It is. This is my full-time day job, 40 hours a week. I work on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Obviously, Flying Friday is 2 hours. This is a very small percentage. This is like less than 10% of my work. This is like 5% of my work is Flying Friday. Hey, Celia, don't put work in air quotes. I think I have, I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard. I think I have a very important role in the team. Most of what I do, again, Flying Friday, of course, is very highly visible and very public. Most of what I do is behind the scenes. I am scouring the web everywhere. People are talking about
この飛行機横のドアもないんだよ
other
な。
Flight Sim fan forums, Reddit.
This plane doesn't even have a side door.
Other Twitch live streams, not just this channel.
一人乗りですね。
Social networks like
フォックスって
It's a
人で
one-seater.
行ってるらしくて、
Instagram.
なんか
It's just
来るん
like
ですよ
that.
ね、自分で。ホームビルドの飛行
Home built airplane.
機。うおー、びっくりした。わあ、ちょっと勘弁勘弁。なんてことするんや。
I'm so shocked. What a thing to do.
How's everyone thinking about this update 5 beta? What new features are people excited for? Things like that. We meet and discuss this every week, and we send a report.
おー、でも今日はかなり隊長の周りに飛行機が集まっていて、公式集会っぽさがありますね。楽しい。
But today there are quite a few airplanes gathered around the venue, so it feels like an official meeting.
And making sure all your feedback is documented and passed on to the development team and the leadership of the project. Because he reads everything. Well, I don't know about everything, but I read a lot, and I do my best to read everything. Favorite plane? I would say the Cirrus Vision is probably my favorite. That's great. If I was a billionaire and if I could buy any
右
plane,
に夜はニューギニア島ですね。
I'm going to be the Phantom 100.
What you see on the right is the opposition party.
I'd bring something small like the Nord End. I just want me and my dog and my amphitheater.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends what kind of flying you want to do, right? Like, if you want to get out into the bush, like, if you want to go camping, yeah, Nord would be a great choice. Something on floats would be a great choice as well.
Yeah.
Does your work include a private jet? Oh. No, I wish.
あ、そういえばなんか静岡県だったかな。
No, I will be flying to
I
Africa.
think that was in Shizuoka Prefecture.
田んぼに離着陸したとヘリコプターがいるとかって言って逮捕されたってニュースになってたな。
Okay.
I remember seeing news reports about someone being arrested after saying there was a helicopter taking off and landing there.
Kind of skirted around the edge of the land here. If I have an engine out over the water,
Yep.
my bush plane, got a lot of gliding to do over there.
So again, I'm breaking the law right now. Well, not quite. We'll pretend. We'll make some concessions here. In real life, the regulations state that you must be, if you're in a single-engine aircraft like we are flying today, you must be within gliding distance of shore if you're flying over water. If you have an engine failure, you have to be a safe gliding distance of shore. Or, failing that, you have to have a flotation device for every person on board the aircraft. So that's the rules. So I'm not, well, this one I might give it a shot. Maybe not. But we're going to pretend. We will say we have a flotation device for everyone on board.
I saw
I
it.
was just following NorCal.
TV's got a flotation device for everyone in chat. That's nice.
Actually, I wonder if there is over on the pocket.
Safety first.
I mean, we could always pretend that the seat cushion for a full flotation device. That could be the case, right?
They usually do, don't they? Most of them?
Yeah, a lot of them do. It depends on the aircraft. But yeah, we can say that.
I know they do.
おお、すごいのが来た。びっくりした。
The song that's coming up soon surprised me.
Go, there it is. A Liano BB giving us a fighter escort. You might have, well, you know what? Super Hornet's designed to be landed on an aircraft carrier, so maybe no arrestor cables.
あ、この人もあれだな。
Aircraft is your
常
favorite
連さんだな。
This person is like that too.
As someone I know, Steffi would say, tube liner. All right, I'm going to disable my autopilot, start my
うわあ、急減速。
and we'll have our first custom go here.
The Earth Principle.
Bravo
急減速に追随できない。
12 o'clock.
I can't keep up with where they're going.
If you're joining us late and you'd like to fly along, you can just start your flight at WAEI, Alpha Bravo India. Fly along and stay for the rest of the flight.
Great weather.
Can you still see us even without an E5 beta? So I'm using the Simulate 4 regular release build, so I can see everyone else who is using Simulate 4. For those of you who are enrolled in the Simulate 5 beta, I will not be able to see you, but you'll be able to see other people who are also.
My throat is dry.
I'm assuming this is the airfield right here. Oh yeah, that's definitely no, we even have this is luxury. We got to pay for it.
Super Hornet.
Bullshit.
Super Hornet.
I pretend I've always got clearance to do touch and goes and landings on the side of the runway in the grass. Dirt.
So in real life, my first flying that I ever did was a glider pilot, and our takeoffs, the plane would take us off from the paved runway, but all our landings were always on the grass.
That person too.
常連さんでございますね。
My first solo in that.
You're a regular customer, aren't you?
あれが何その一のに見えないんだろうな。ちなのにビバリーパ
I
ック
wonder what it
300
looks
円
like
で
to
行った方がいい
others.
んで
It's
すよ
strange.
ね。
Obviously, I know North America switched to daylight saving time last week.
あ、あっこでタッチングをありやか
We
な。
all synced up again pretty soon.
I guess that's the end of the touching.
Took me a few minutes to
そん
figure
な
out
感
the
じ
time
です
change.
ね。
That's about right.
行きまっか。
There's conflicting websites out there, trust me.
Yeah. Google was lying to me.
Did you have the same problem?
Yeah, it kept saying 1 hour earlier than we actually started.
Yeah.
This morning when I saw the post, it actually reads out on the MSFS4 post local time.
that is imperfect though, because
It worked out.
depending on your time zone, for most people it'll work fine. There are some edge cases for some time zone update correctly. If anyone's a computer programmer, you can back me up on this. Time zones are actually really, really hard to program. This is not an easy problem. So
はい、ランディ
it's
ン
one of
グ
those
ゲッ
things
トダウ
that
ン。
sounds like it should be easy, but it's actually not.
Yes, landing kitten.
ドロップダウン。
Name tag is one way a little bit better.
Cropped.
This will be our first touch and go landing, or like today.
Give me a chance to catch up a little bit over here since I didn't do a straight shot.
トラップインディケーター出てるっぽいね。はい、ランディングも OK。
Looks like a block indicator is showing.
I was like, what is that?
What was that?
That was my coworker, senior community manager Jane, doing her best impression of a stall horn, and it's uncanny how realistic.
Pretty good.
Right? If you ever heard a stall horn in real life, that sounds exactly how it comes right.
Oh, shit.
It's a tradition here on Flying Friday. Whenever I flare the touchdown, I play the Jane stall horn stuff with them.
Noted.
All right, I'm airborne once again, and on route to the next waypoint. And
うん、なんで出てる切れ
It's
てる。
landing.
出てるわ
I。think I'm a little ways away.
I think so.
It's out of place. It's shifted.
I did see a couple
Ay,
of sandbars down on a river.
一応タッチ。はい、フルパワー。
Yes, it's touch eye full
Ma.
power.
ちょっと滑走路からずれた気がせんでもないっすけど、はい。フラッパー。
It's not the fastest push plane.
I can't help but feel like it deviated from the runway, but the flapper.
Well, I think our total distance to cover today is around 150 knots. We have 2 hours to do it. So technically, anything like 75 to 80 knots will get you there in time. You just may not arrive at the same time as everyone else. Derek says, hey guys, how's it going? It's going great. It's always a fantastic day to fly with the community. Derek, it's the highlight of my
DH6。
week every week.
DH6.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to coming on and talking about national goal, goal, what we do, and coming for a flight.
Once again, there is a link in the chat to the website. Read more and get more information to find out how to get involved. Elk, did I hear someone just go through the sound barrier? Possibly. There was a F-18 Super Hornet pilot around earlier. I don't know if they're still here or not. So entirely possible. You heard
超
someone.
音速実験機が飛んでる。
A supersonic experimental aircraft is flying.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the sort of mist fog layer below me over this rainforest.
I just did a little bit of rain myself.
I don't normally fly with
Ah!
weather.
アメリカ軍発見と思ったけど違う
Discovered
か
by the U.S.
あ、ヘ
military.
ルキャットだ。ヤッホ
Weather
ー
does look really good.
I love you.
20,
I love you.
いるじゃん、ニューギニア上空にヘルキャット。
A Hellcat fighter jet is seen flying over Gilzer, New Guinea.
体調不良になって体調見えなくなっちゃった。はい、た
No matter where I am, I can't see my physical condition anymore.
We know a lot of people use flight planner to either get inspired for future aviation or as a learning aid instead of practicing procedures and things like that. Any idea when some of these 5 public release will be out? When it's ready. Still in beta testing, not ready for release yet. When we decide that it's ready to go, that's when we release it. Ronnie, you ran out of gas. Uh-oh.
おはようございます。どちらの舞台の方でしょうか。
Good morning. Which stage are you from?
Reading about aviation. That's cool. I love that. I love that we've inspired you through the sim to expand your knowledge about aviation. You know, we talk on the Flexing team. We talk to a lot of pilots all over the world.
いやー、いいっすなー。
Rear Easter.
And almost always,
10年前は血で血でを洗う、
80 years ago.
戦い、
Fight.
そしたこのヘルキャットとゼロ戦5新潟、まあどっちか言うとゼロ戦完全不利でございますが、
Tomorrow I'll be boarding a Hellcat and a Type 52. Which one would you say is the Zero fighter, which is at a complete disadvantage?
やっほー、ゼロ戦に見えるかな。ヘルキャット持ってるんだからゼロ戦ぐらい持っててもいいと思うけど、持ってっかな。
It looks like a Zero fighter, and since they have a Hellcat, I think they should also have something like a Zero fighter,
見えて
but
ま
I
すで
guess
しょう
they
か。
don't.
A6M5。
M5.
Started there, went did a little flying in college, and I went into service, you know, and then you know, in my 30s I got back into Flight Simulator when 2020 came out. I was really excited, you know, they hadn't released anything since that, and it jump started my, you know, my aviation interest all over again, which then led me on to Twitch and to doing, you know, national goal, and so it just,
いや、いいね
I
ー。
think even if we
メ
start
ディア上空。
No, I like it.
P35 とかもいると雰囲気出るな。何の雰囲気だ。
you're gonna reach for it eventually.
Having someone around 35 years old adds to the atmosphere. What kind of atmosphere, you ask?
I got back into flight simming, and my very first version of Microsoft Flight Sims 5.0 back in the 90s.
やっほー。
But yeah, I got back into the hobby. I played
Yahoo.
since then. Not super
お
long.
お、素晴らしい天気。
I got back into the hobby when Flight Sim 2020 released. And
Oh, what wonderful weather.
うわ、めっちゃかっこええ。
I was sort of just bored. I was looking
That's
at
so
the hobby.
cool.
I was stuck in my condo all the time looking for something to do. And along came Flight Simulator 2020 with the amazing world scenery that enabled like
いやー、アメージ
flying
ングですよ。
anywhere in the world.
この人気の
Ever in a sim and how to really
変
No,
態も
this diary is amazing.
売れる売れる。
as a way to pass the time during the pandemic. I was like,
It will sell, it will sell.
because I do have a pilot's license, I know a little bit about aviation, maybe more than you know, someone new to simming might know, and maybe I can just share some tips and real life flying techniques, and maybe there'll be people who want to watch that on Twitch. And sure enough, there was, and I went from having 0 viewers to having several hundred viewers at one point, and then because of that, that eventually turned into a full-time job now, working on a Flight Simulator team. So it's kind of amazing how that happened.
Yeah, I didn't think, you know, even 6, 7 years ago, I never thought that I'd be going to like FFXO and representing.
うお、かっこええ。
Wow, that's cool.
外部視点はやっぱりちょっと難しいですな。
Opening an external branch is still a bit difficult.
2020 was my first experience really in Flight Simulator. First one I've owned. You know, same thing. I was stuck at home. I was playing Flight Sim every day on Xbox Game Pass on PC.
まあヒストリカルですね。ヒストリカルです。
I loved
It's a paralytic striation. It's striation.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that have the same experience as you. Flight Sim 2020 or Flight Sim 2024 was the first entry into the series. Jorg has said publicly there are more people playing Flight Simulator now than there ever have before in Finley says you're a young pilot soon to be going to a junior flight school. You're on Bat Sim and you've flown a real aircraft. Hey, awesome. Well, best of luck in your future flight training. You will let us know the progress you make. We'd love to keep track of that. Honestly, this is, I'm not just saying this is genuinely true. I love it when people come in the chat and say, hey, playing Microsoft Flight Simulator inspired me to take real pilot training. I just flew my first solo, or I just passed my check ride, or I just got my commercial license, something like that. We love hearing stories like that.
I remember in our first year of doing the e-school, we had a situation where there was a young kid, and we knew somebody in the local area where they were at. And so what we ended up doing was just hooking them up with their first flight. So we just coordinated with them and hooked them up with their first flight and got them going on their way to obtaining their own pilot's license.
Yep.
It was just jump-starting, getting them in contact with the right people.
Yeah, so if anyone is inspired by Flight Simulator, you're flying with us in the simulator, or you're just watching the broadcast, you're not even flying along. If you want to get started in real-life flying, look up in your area.
タッチングポイント
Most cities will have one. Pretty much every school, I'm not even aware of a single one that doesn't do this. They offer a service called a discovery flight. So just look for that term, discovery flight. And it's what it is, it's a very steeply discounted flying lesson where you get to go with like a Cessna 172 or whatever aircraft they use in their training fleet. You get to go with an instructor pilot. The instructor will typically do the takeoff and landing, but once you're at altitude, the instructor will give you control of the plane. They'll let you do some turns, climbs, descending. They'll give you full control of the aircraft. They'll guide you through. Of course, it's very safe. If you try to do anything dangerous when you're in the air flying, they'll take back control and make sure it's dangerous. But you'll have your first experience of hands-on flying, and they're very steeply discounted, like typically less than $100.
ここにタッチングはちょっと怖いな。
Touching here feels a bit scary.
And then you'll enroll for full-on flight lessons after that.
Yep. Especially like if you fly commercially and then you turn around and you fly in a smaller plane like the Northern or the Fox, or the Cub, those smaller planes, it's a different feeling. Completely when you're flying and flying, an airliner riding in the back.
Yeah. So here's the confession.
Oh,ラグった。
I never get airsick when I'm flying.
Rocket.
Except under one specific circumstance, I get airsick every single time, without exception. If I'm in the back seat of like a 172 or something like that, something that's light, that gets rocked.
いやー楽しかった。
Wow, that was fun.
代表はこうか。皆さんはそこでタッチングを
How's your physical condition? Everyone, that's the signal.
Aircraft. I'm the same way, CD. Yeah, so I'm guessing a lot of you in the chat, if you're flown a light aircraft like a Cessna 150, you may have also experienced it. It is really, really rough. Yeah, mine when Joe says, yep, this review is the same here. Heck says it's the same with cars. Yep.
The back seat on twisty roads.
いやー素晴らしいねこの川も。
Wow, this river is amazing too.
川沿いに飛んだら楽しそうでございます。海峡が見えない。
Flying along the river would be fun. I can't tell what's going on in their
ここ
health.
にタッチングをするのは難しそうなんで今回はパスですが。
It seems like it would be difficult to figure out what to do, so I'll pass on it this time.
Something to do with the gravity receptors in your ear. Yeah, so that's what motion sickness is, physiologically. It's when your like sense of movement and balance in your inner ear is mismatched with your vision. So your eyes are detecting one thing, and your sense of momentum and movement is detecting something else. And when those two don't align, that's what causes motion sickness. And you see this in VR as well. So if you're using a very convincing VR headset and your eyes look like you're experiencing
VR ヘッドセットつけてますよ。
your body, your inner ear is saying, I'm not moving, I'm
I'm
sitting
wearing a
安心
VR
してください。
headset.
That will also cause motion sickness.
年圧
That is happening.
Year end.
燃料が空になったかどうかあれで見ればいい
Always
んだ
love
よ
the little
ね。
smiley face.
年圧計
That's
で
how you check if the fuel tank is empty, right?
Right, like catch up.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. North Carolina is giving us good camera work, showing off all your deco and your sponsors on your liveries with those logos.
ここに固まってるのが体調変態か
got every event on there from last
Is
year
the
that
one
I
with
did.
this physical abnormality?
Have I seen the new Aerosoft A340? Yeah, so that launched earlier this week. Definitely a lot of community chatter about that. Seems to be a very popular plane. Possibly even more popular in the sim than it was
水
in
筒
real
の
life.
水が空になっちゃっ
For
た
those who don't know, the A340 was not a big
My water bottle is almost empty.
Certainly amongst flight simmers, a lot of people have been positively reviewing that aircraft. Some flight simmers this week.
そう
Todd 2.
Have to climb up to 6,500 feet, I think.
あとなんか何だっつってたかな巻き寿司を持ってたそうですねゼロ戦パイロットフライトの時に
So our season.
And what else
our
did he
national
say?
boat season starts,
Apparently he had some sushi rolls.
あとサイ
Zero
ダー
senior rod flight.
Our first stop will be Jenny, Louisiana. It's going to be our first.
坂井三郎先生がサイダーかなんかを空母にぶちまけ
Professor
て
Saburo Sakai was
何
drinking
も見え
cider
な
or
くなったという
something.
逸話があります
Aircraft classification.
There's a phone call coming up.
And the rules for the competition should be finalized by the end of the month. We'll give a couple weeks for everybody to look at it.
All right, just for the sake of anyone who doesn't know what a STOL competition is, why don't you run us down how one of those events is? What are the objectives? What are the pilots trying to do? How does one begin in a STOL competition?
Sure. As
あ
national
これは派手な色だと思ったらあれ
short takeoff and landing.
消防飛行機ですね
Typically run
Oh, that's the one with the flashy colors. It's a firefighting plane.
So we'll typically run 6 at a time. Each aircraft will come up the line. Train procedure, you have to get certified prior. It's a small training that they do with the trainers.
あ
that'll
の
get you up to
EXDA ってなんだんなんだろうな
live production.
時々見るけど
You know, it's pretty quick.
I wonder what EXTA is. I see it
It's really
sometimes.
good to know what you're doing in advance. And you basically roll to the line. The object is to take off as short as you can, starting from the line. The score will be scored on your takeoff, and then they will go around the pattern. When you come back in for a landing, the landing score will be counted.
おう
They cannot land on the line.
消
So
防飛行機
I could see it.
touch the line, it's a scratch. If you come in before the line, it's a scratch. You have to actually go over the line to get the scratch. And then come come to a full complete stop within the runway, and that score will be counted in terms of feet, and then that score will be combined with your takeoff score, and that score will be your final score for that run. And then you do 3 runs. The best one of those 3 runs.
この方もあれですね。あれってなんで
This person is also like that,
時々お見かけする
isn't
こ
he?
とですね。
Great, very cool. And then once again, chat, you can check out the website, and if you want to get involved, all the
あの塊が体調変態かな。
It's a great community.
いやー、
talking in there.
ヘルキャップの方がいらっしゃって大変
Always, again,
素晴らしい時間を
Backcountry is feeling unwell. It's terrible.
あ、ワイ
There's
ル
a
ドキャットもい
Hellcat
る。
here. It's a real problem.
talking with the soul community, whether it's in real life aviation or on the simulator, and then trying to figure out how I can do that in the simulator.
P38 はいないのかね。
Is there no P38%?
You know, that don't apply to the sim, except in certain extreme circumstances.
あ、アメリカ海軍が空中集合しようとしてる。
it does for me. I got my
The
leather
U.S.
helmet on.
Navy is trying to assemble in the air.
That's true, you do. A lot of times, we did have a rule in there for Smitty. Smitty was running a motion simulator, and so we felt that it was unsafe if Smitty did not have a seatbelt on for him to run. So that rule was put in there. And so anybody running a motion rig should have a harness or something to hold them to the seat in case something happens. Because in this, oftentimes, sometimes things happen and the airplane comes crashing down to the ground. And it's not good to see. Obviously, we don't want that happening, but in flight it does happen, and there are crashes.
あの方も初めてじゃないな。見かけたことがある方ですね。
I think I've seen that person before. It's not the first time I've seen them.
Home flight simulation, I think the dream is the full motion rig plus VR. That's going to give you the most immersive experience you can possibly have. I don't have enough space in my little one-bedroom condo. I don't have enough space.
アメリカ海軍
Something
で
like that, but boy, would it be cool if I
フォ
did.
ーメーションを組もう
In
と
the
してま
U.S.
すから、
Navy,
記念に入ってこう。
let's take a commemorative
おっし
photo.
ゃ
I definitely have
Okay.
to neighbors.
ー、ワイルドキャット。
He put a hole in his back wall there.
Wildcat.
Remember that, Mark Alley? He had a hole behind his motion ring. He had to pull his motion ring out. Went up, his motion ring came back and put a hole in the top.
All right, I'm 10 miles out now for the next touch and go.
A little bit.
またタッチングしてるの
Over this ridge ahead of me.
Stack them.
Really saw some of those landings I was just doing on the sandbars. That's what got me into the sim. Into Eastal.
ヤッホ
Having
ー
fun like that and taking out the course and trying to do it.
Yahoo.
Yeah, well, this is a true story. For as long as people have been flying, there's practically been flying competitions. Of course, the Wright brothers did their first flight in December of 1903. Guess how long, John? Without looking it up. How long after the Wright brothers flight in 1903 was
Yahoo.
competitive flying event?
I didn't know that. You know that 80K?
Brain please has got it. JP Flying High, you're very close. 1909 is the right answer. I believe someone look at something, John. I think it's 1909. But there was Paris, there was an air expedition from Paris, France. And I think it was 1909. And that was the first making this event a reality. And I got thinking, like, short takeoff and landing, what could we do to really highlight that? And I thought, bush flying in Pacific Islands, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and that part of the world. That to me just screams short takeoff and landing. And Bugalaga, where we're going to have our full stop landing on this flight today. One of the most epic and iconic dirt strips. So that would seem really appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, the history of Stoll flying, is in the backcountry and is doing remote, inaccessible bush trips.
おー、湖、海。
Started up
もういいね。
Hi,
and
Oizumi.
to get there.
最高です
Started
わ。
passion and started,
It's the best.
everybody drives for that competition, so there's got to be a competition there somewhere. And we brought that to Microsoft Flight Simulator along with real life. So we're excited to come into our third season and our first season in 24. So it's going to be a good time, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of issues that we're going to have to work out along the way.
So, my GPS is
Yeah.
like 2 miles from the airstrip. I don't see it. Oh, wait, is this it here? Is this like a little dirt? That doesn't look like an airstrip.
ゴールここも。
Shit.
ちゃ早いね。
Goal. Here too.
1時間早いから4時10
I
分。
should be right on top of it, but
3 hours early. So 4:10.
I do not see a dirt strip here or any kind of runway. It might be, okay, I see, maybe around here. Might be obscured by this hill here. Alright, we got some people in the chat have got the results here. So the Wright brothers' first flight, of course, was December of 1903, and it was
もう
August
ここま
of
でしか
1909.
入ってない
Was the first flight. It's like 5.5 years later.
It's only filled up to this point.
Okay, I see the dirt strip now. It's sort of like the grass strip right here. Little lines where I'm landing for that. If you're in a bush plane, if you're looking for the strip, land anywhere. Well, we could, but we have a flight plan. We want to act proper dirt and grass strips.
Yeah, we'll leave that for another day.
Sometimes when I'm
あ、隊長だ。ここゴールですか、隊長。まだありますよね。まだ早いよ。
You still have some health issues, right?
Alright, I'm just going to turn player name tags off so I can see the grass strip here. Now, which is the actual runway? Is it the green patch of grass, or is it like the brown sort of dirt parts? Or is that like matted down? I think it's the brown part, right?
隊長、
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, I could land on
Extension.
I could land on either
どう
one.
するつもりじゃい。
We'll
い
try
やいやい
that.
やいや、凍らしくった。
I don't know what to do. I ate the chorus.
重っ。やっぱスポーツがいっぱい落ちると重いっすな。
It really does get laggy when there are lots of airplanes in the picture.
necessarily have to go to any airports at all.
Ooh, chat. That was
タッチ号か。ラスト、あそこがめちゃめちゃ難しい空港だったっけ。
The grand finale. Wasn't that airport incredibly
多分
difficult
農
to
業やって
navigate?
そうですね。
Did Jane stand in there on camera just ready for the noise?
No, we got her to record that for us and send us the clip. I know, Jean might be in chat though. She sometimes watches Flying Friday, even when she's not on the stream as a panel member. Jane, if you're in chat, say hello. I don't know if she's here or not.
Final leg today.
Customary.
さあ、最終
Final
レグ
leg
に入り
today.
ます。
ADK, I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
but-
the hot seat today. Do you have switch chat open?
Yay.
I do.
All right. You're gonna read everyone's location on my mark here. Chat.
All right.
Where are you from?
See where everybody's from. Gibraltar, UK, Norway, Colorado Springs, Sweden, Brazil, Hungary, Calgary, Spain, USA, Canada, New Zealand,
あれなんか、
Georgia, Michigan, France, Hungary,
なんだ今
That's
の
something.
Chicago, Ohio, New Zealand, Brown
なんだった
Dog,
んだろう
Lake Cumberland, Ontario,
I wonder what it
Southern Rhode
was.
Island, Missouri, UK, France, San
こ
Francisco,
れ壊れと
Finland,
らへんやろネットロケ
Montana, Netherlands, Mars.
I'll take this so it doesn't
That's a
break.
good one. Hex the legend says he's from Mars. Maybe that's a town somewhere. We'll have to
墜
figure
落し
that
たか
out.
よくわからんけどございました
Customary,
が
Antarctica.
We
Columbus,
didn't really
Little Rock.
understand why it crashed.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Shout out to other
Illinois.
Northern California folks out there.
あじゃあそろそろ
New
There we
York
go.
City. Forget
Well,
about
it's about time.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Netherlands, Uranus. Yep, there's a good one. Texas. All right. And I'm in New York, about 2 steps from
燃料
Canada.
タンク落としていきますかはい
Very good. I'm in Vancouver, Canada myself.
いらない
Shall we drop the fuel tank?
さあファイナルレグ
Shout out to all my Northern California
Lake.
folks out there. I am way up by the ocean.
N7 ってなんだろう
What is
You
M7?
know, the 80K in my game actually is short for the Adirondack.
I can't see it.
Where I was born and raised, the Adirondack Mountains. Great average, similar to around here. Beautiful. Cold in the winter, cold, but nice area.
All right, so ADK, because you're from upstate New York, I have to ask, because our chat is an ongoing question we have. In upstate New York, do you call hamburgers steam cans?
No.
I mean, I heard it's not in
Yeah,
Utica,
yeah.
but I heard it's more of an
ぶつかっ
Albany.
ちゃうぶつかっちゃ
Yeah, maybe in Albany. And
They're
New
going to
York
bump
City, that's
into each
upstate,
other.
Right? I still have about a 3-hour drive from Albany. So.
All right, I am now on my final leg. We're gonna get here really early today, Jeff, but that's by design. We did this on purpose. I want to be able to watch a lot of takeoffs and landings from Bugalaga. I'm 10 miles out now. I hope everyone had a fun time today flying here in Indonesia on the island of New Guinea. Doing some backcountry bush flying, some rainforest, grass, airstrips. I love doing this kind of flying myself. We don't always do this in Flying Friday. It's super fun when we do it.
Yeah, it's nice to be invited in. We appreciate working with you and coming in and spreading the word about South Seoul and about the competition and aviation in general.
Yeah, well, we love having you here, and hope a lot of you in the chat will check out
うアメリカ海軍がどっか行っちゃった
when you get involved.
The U.S. Navy has gone somewhere.
Oh, look at the emotes people are using there. I love it.
I am one of the trainers. That me or a handful of other people, Brown Dog and I'm a trainer. We get you all set up, familiar with the rules, get you started on your journey.
さあじゃあファイナルレグは隊長のエスコートに入
Okay,
ります
so the
か
final leg is.
And you just kind of ask for help and ask what you need, and you say, I need a trainer, and that's it. Get you started. If you're interested in volunteering to help out, doing various things, we're always willing to, we always need new people helping out. Everything we do is all volunteer run, so it's important that, we have that,
おおびっくりした
Already.
that helps
お静まりくだされ。荒ぶる神よ。
Please push through.
Yeah, and we love seeing stuff like this from our players. You know, community organized, community-led organizations and events are always fantastic. We love all the various organizations, whether it's eStall, Bat Sim, we've got some air racing leagues that are just popping up now. Anything like that that the community takes on their own initiative and organizes themselves. It's fabulous for us to see that. Alright, once again, I'm now less than 5 miles away from Bugalaga. Is that the airstrip? No, I don't see the airstrip.
ゼロ戦ってね、持ってない人には何に化けて見えるんだろう。
The wrong angle. I think the approach might
I wonder what it would look like to someone who doesn't have them.
around and land in the opposite direction of the flying right now. You can only land at Bugalaga in one direction. It's not a two-way where you can take off in one direction and you land in the other direction. So we'll see as I get closer here. I do believe though I'll have to overfly the airfield here. Do a 180 degree turn. Oh, it's on the wrong strip. Yeah, so I think this is
Oh.
the airstrip right here.
Why did they get that again?
Yeah, I think I have to sort of fly over.
A wildcat was spotted.
Fly over in that direction, then sort of swing around and do a turn this way. Here. And as you can see, this dirt strip, it actually is uphill. It's on an incline. It's not a flat runway.
Little tip for landing uphill in planes is I like to stay above stall speed and try to match the slope of the hill before setting it down. It'll be a nice, easy transition. Might have to fly up the strip a little bit.
So here is the Bugalaga airstrip right here below me, and you can see you have to approach the opposite direction. You have to land going uphill. So sort of where B1, TD, NH, MEP is right now. You have to land that direction, and then you take off going downhill the other direction.
Whoa.
Get ready to do a 180-degree turn and line up on approach.
一応急減速の巻き。
Then I'm gonna get my drone camera at it. So,
Health
Chad, if
condition.
you have a ride,
Sudden
don't
change.
land, just
Town.
land first. I'll get my plane parked, and I'll get my drone camera.
どこに降りるんだろう。降りるところがあるんだな、ここら辺にきっ
So, yeah, if you're in the area, don't
Where do we get off?
と。エルキャッ
Is
ト
there
だ
a。place to get off?
again.
It must be around here.
Woo!
Practice first, get your landing right, and then come in for the camera shot.
Okay, we got Dusty saying, what's the ICAO code? So there is not one in real life, because it's a tiny dirt strip. It's not going to be recognized by ICAO. In the sim, though, it's Whiskey X-Ray 53, WX 53.
BF84。
V84.
Yeah, when I came to take a look at the airport, flying into the area,
さあ降りれるか
I
な。
was like, oh yeah, this is going to be perfect. We got the 12 runway.
I wonder if Saori
Put up
can
with
do
this
it.
shit.
I'm like, yeah, this is where we're going to go. This is great.
Alright, turn everyone's name tags off. There you can see just at my 11 o'clock position now, coming to my 12 o'clock.
それ
there.
着陸地点を確認せんと。どこに降り
Lined
る
up
んだ。
for
あれか。
approach here. Let's see what I
ドゥ
can
ガラ
do.
カか。
I need to check where
あ、
we're
こ
going
こ
to
じゃない
land.
かな。前
Is it
降り
that
よう
one?
として。ムスタングで降りようとしたけど全然降りられなかったとこ。
Fly over.
And you get down. フラップダウン。
I tried to get out in the Mustang, but I couldn't get out at all. Undergear down.
It's a really short dirt strip that goes uphill, or if you're taking off, it goes
工
down.
場なのか、本当にあれ。
If you're into like off-field,
さあ
Is that really an
人生
airfield?
最大のチャレンジ始まる。
The challenge begins.
滑走路がまず見えるか
I
という
believe,
話
I could be
は
wrong,
い
but I
突き
believe
上
this
げ、
strip was part of
The
カ
first
ウ
thing
ン
to
ドアッ
ask
プ
is whether you can see the runway as a signal.
possibly, I know because it is such a famous airstrip, it is a
にあそこに降りるのか。
Hand-built
どこが
Are we really going to land
どこ
there?
がどう滑走路なんだ。
Everyone has
えらいグラグラ
Mondo.
なんか坂だ
Alright,
けど
short final. I'll just cut my throttle to idle.
But there.
Touch down here. Pretty good. I don't know, Chad. I think that was a pretty decent landing, I have to say, in Bugalaya. That means that
全然わかんない。どうなってんの。あ、こう
I
か、
don't
わかった。
understand at all. What's going on?
let it roll. I nose over tail dragger. Brake.
こうな。こうね。
Corner.
しかし降りる気がしねえ。全然。あー
Not
が
at all.
Blackburn gave me a 9 out of 10 on that landing. I'll take that. That's a pretty good score.
失速した。ちょい失敗。
All right.
Choking. A complete failure.
I'll even hop out into avatar mode. There's virtual pilot CD right there. Looks just like me.
ここのような気がするな。めちゃくち
I
ゃ
have a feeling it's here.
ムスタングで降りれなくて苦労したの。
Come out and watch everyone else land.
I had a hard time getting out of the Mustang.
On avatar CD, you can do it. You can run up this little hill. FW Rider. Spot. Right. Okay, turn the controller on for a second.
Careful, the signs. You can run over them. Got one wheel on it. Tilting my plane.
All right, there we go. I got my drone cam going. So, oh, there's NorCal taking off in front of me, going downhill.
I just landed. Just did a little spin and taking off.
All right, well let's watch your full.
ちょっと他の飛行機のこと気にしてらんない。
Over G.
うわー、車輪壊した。
I can't really worry
う
about
わー止まった。
It
飛行
stopped.
機壊したけど。おし、成功。
Blackbird says there better be a bar here. I don't know, maybe one of these buildings serves drinks. It'd be a pretty cool place to sip a drink and watch aircraft attempting to land.
よし。よし、OK。
Okay.
はい。面積きり。オフ。
I don't mind traveling
Oh.
because
Yes,
me
off.
sitting in an airport for 4 hours.
いやー、上出来でしょ
Okay with that. I'll sit at a bar and just watch airplanes take off.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good, isn't it?
All right, look at this. Look at it's NorCal here. I'm watching him on my drone cam view as well. That was a really sweet landing.
Smooth transition.
Yeah.
よし。
All right.
さあ、
Okay.
整備員の人には怒られると思いますが、とりあえず無事と、無事
If you already have landed, if you want to take off, we can watch that as well.
無
I'm
事
sure
とは
some people will get angry at me
無
for
事
this,
とはで
but
す
for
が、
now,
到着しま
everything
し
is
た。
fine
ウ
and safe.
ェーイ
Got a low fuel warning too.
Here we got Newtonius Pi is on short final. See your aircraft? Oh, you must have too many other aircraft.
もう
around
ちょい
right now.
上なんか。
I'll be right back. I
A
gotta use the
little
restroom.
higher, perhaps?
すまん。我が愛機をまた整備の人に直してもらってくれ。
Swan, please have the mechanic fix my breathing
車輪って
again.
いうか着陸装置。
Landing gear.
すまん。じゃあみんなのとこ行こうっと。
Spoon just took off again. Okay, here comes a few more. We got X Beanie, we got Soul Skyline, Triton, and Biggles. Oh, that Vision Jet, that might be going off the runway. Did you make it? Maybe. Oh, doing the little Tokyo drift here. Wow, look at like a glove. Look at that parking job. by X Beanie in the Vision Jet. I thought you were going into the trees for sure, but you did a last-second Tokyo drift maneuver there and saved it. Very well done.
That was nice.
この看板みたいなのがすごいね。
We got everybody up in there.
Wow, that sign is amazing.
前にギニアで
See if we can get some more people
あ
landing or
の
taking off.
ブッシュトリップした時もここがゴールだった気がしますな。
I think this was the finish line when we did that bush
Currently
trip.
at the limit with everybody on the ground.
There's MP Stacks and a Twin Otter. Touchdown. Can you stop in time though? Oh, no problem. Twin Otter's such a good plane. It can go anywhere. Of course you could land that here.
I got
Nice
caught up
job.
in it.
ああ、やっとここら辺にでもまあでこぼこだもんね。
What do we got happening here? F's in the
ちょっ
chat
とな
for...
かなか
The
難しい
target
か
area
も
is
ね。
bumpy around here, isn't it?
Oh, oh, oh. All right, you saved it. Surf and snow, you recovered. That one was not looking great at the start, but you saved it. Here comes Triton and Deja Voodoo. Deja
い
Voodoo.
やーいいとこですな。みんな高いとこ
Going
登って
after
る。
fun.
ぐわー
Triton with a very sweet looking landing. Deja Voodoo,
Wow,
nice job
this
to
is
you
a
as
great
well.
place.
Twin Otter,
Everyone's climbing up to high
very short
places.
stopping distance
お
there.
隊長今日もありがとうございました。隊長だいぶ
This is
白
the
髪
only
で
Thank
す
you
ね。
again
landing
for
speed is
today.
measured in positive feet per minute.
私の
you're
飛
going
行
uphill,
機は
right?
I was thinking the same thing.
My plane is.
Uh-oh, moo-hoo. Just rolled over there. F's in the chat. Right, here comes Muggy Chicken. She looking pretty good. Oh, that was a nice landing.
Good.
That's very nicely done
侮れ
by Muggy Chicken and the Savage
も
Norden.
うしゃあない。
Contempt.
車輪壊れ着陸装置壊れちゃったしね。
The wheels are broken. The landing gear is broken.
さあ今日は今週末はここで暮らすか
Here
な。
comes Surf and Snow. Whoa, doing some aerobatic
Well,
maneuvers
I guess
here.
I'll be staying here this weekend.
Look, going for style points, doing a Oh, you saved it. Wow, that was... I thought you were going in for sure. Well, you might still. Oh, hit the tree. F's in the chat for Surf and Snow.
アメリカ海軍はまだ到着していないのかな。見えないだけかも。
Alright,
I
here's
wonder if
あ、
the
いたいた
US
いた。今の
Navy
人ア
hasn't
メリカ
arrived
海
yet.
軍の人
down,
だ。
and then behind that we have Kim O'Lee in a TBM. Very nicely job there. Gas Spoon just took off, going the opposite direction.
すごいでっかいのがいる。
There's a really huge one there.
Great strip to practice.
Yeah, here comes Dora in an NX Cub, same aircraft I was flying earlier. Well, bit of a bounce there, but well done. That's a great landing for a challenging aircraft like this. Don't worry about the bounce, that's expected. Especially in a tail dragger. I know you were in a tricycle configuration there, but you are flying a tail dragger. One or two bounces.
無
is
茶
totally
な
normal.
ことになっとる。
Things are getting out of hand.
あ、こ
Oh,
の
look,
人
it
が
just
ヘリ
moved
キャッ
on.
ト
We
の
got a
人
full
だ。
on aerobatics display there.
The person who operates the
いやー、
air
今日も
conditioner
楽
is
しかっ
the
た
same
ね
person who operates the Hellcat.
ヘリキャット、ワイルドキャット。
Daddy Funko, this is looking good.
Wildcat.
Yeah, bit of a bounce in the tail dragger, totally normal. That's expected. That
あ
was
ー、
a
水
nice
うまい。
landing, Daddy
ちょ
Funko.
っと時間短いけどね。
It's a bit short though.
All right, well, Chad, I think we're going to wrap it up here in Bugalaga. I've been really enjoying watching all your landings and takeoffs from this really difficult strip here. Want to thank our guest
Physical
panelists today,
condition.
ADK and It's Norcali from National Eastall. Once again, I'm going to put a link to their website in the chat. Do go check those out. Learn how you get involved. And any final thoughts from the two of you?
Thanks for having me. It was great. Yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks you for having us, and come join the community and look for our live broadcast on April 25th.
all right. Well, we loved having you here. Chat, we loved having all of you here. Remember, no Flying Friday next week. The team is going to be at FS Weekend in the Netherlands. So if you are there yourself, come find us
あ
and
り
say
がとう
hello.
ござい
I'll
ま
be
し
there.
た。
Jane
イ
will be there.
エ
A
ー
bunch
イ
of our other Flight Sim team members will also be there.
Thank
and
you,
we'd love
yay.
to meet as many of you, say hello, get to know you in person. And if you're not
ア
going
メ
to
リ
be there,
カ
stay
アメリ
tuned.
カ海
2
軍の
weeks
人
from
だ。
now, we'll be back here on Flying Friday.
こ
He's
の
from
人
the
はどっ
United
ちだったっ
States
け
Navy.
ワイルドキャットの
So
人
we're
で
going to
す
sign off
ね。
here now. Have a great 2 weeks, everyone.
That's
Peace
the
and love to all
Wildcat
of you.
guy,
Be safe,
right?
have
あれ、
fun,
隊長さっき
take care,
白髪
and
だ
we'll
った
see
け
you
ど。
in 2 weeks' time. Bye.
ありがとうござい
She
ま
had
した。
white
イ
hair
エ
just a moment
ーイ。
ago.
今週も楽しかったで。これも飛行機ひっくり返ってるし。素晴らしい。
It was fun.
いやー、おもろかった。あ、この飛行機近くで見るの初めて？そんなことはないかもしれんけど。珍しい。かっこいい飛行機ですよね、これ。セスナなんてやつだっけ？
Wow, that was fun. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before, but this is a rare and cool airplane, isn't it?
あ、ワイルドキャットだ。
And it's an oil cat.
もう狭いから収集がつかん。
It's too cramped, I can't get it under control.
あ、ワイルドキャットだ。ヤッホー。
It's a wildcat now.
おお。しかしテクスチャーがない。会いたいというやつだ。
However, there is no texture.
あ、日本機撃墜してる。撃墜マーク付きだ。この野郎。
Japanese companies are determined. They've got kill marks on them. Damn it.
これは
This
え
is
んだ。ん？これはちょっと珍しいぞ。なんていう飛行機？
this is quite unusual.
飛行機の名前がわかんない。DHC2 か。へえ。この
Many of the
Oh,
names
Pika
I don't
Pika
know are
Spinner だ。
DHC Nika.
やっぱいいね。ピカピカスピナーとか最高だね。
A shiny, brand new spinner would be awesome.
うん、なかなかいいじゃん。
Yeah, that's pretty good.
DHC の2ってことはカナダの飛行機だよね。
Uchis means it's a Canadian plane, right?
あ、ヤッホー。
Of
ワイルドキャット、離陸の巻。
Gats takeoff.
さあ、じゃあ壊れて飛行機でも直すか。もうちょい飛ぶか。
Should we fix the concentrated concentration in public schools early in the morning?
この飛行機も壊した。斜
They
めのとこ
even
に突っ込
destroyed
んで
the airplane.
ジェット機まで来た。
Even a jet plane has arrived.
結構でもジェット機足が丈夫いからな。
but jet planes have pretty strong landing gear.
あの丸いのは何なんだろう。
I wonder what that round thing is.
点検用のパネルかな。
Is that a panel for a K
な
car?
んかワイヤーとか通ってんかな。あ、エンジン回ったままだ。危ないですよ。爆発しますよ。あれ。
I wonder if there are wires running through it? There's an engine too. It's dangerous, I know
柵があっ
that.
たりするといけない可能性ありだ。あそこに放置されたゼロ
There's a
が。
possibility that it won't work, so it was left unattended.
第二次世界大戦で撃墜された
In
ま
World
ま
War II,
放置されたやつがいる。
there's someone who's been left behind.
撃墜されたというか、あ、DC3 が降りてきた。うわー
Naruto, or something like that.
お客さんが乗ってなきゃいいけどね。
It's a bit big, but I hope there aren't any passengers inside.
いやー、壊しちゃったけどどうしようか。もうちょい飛びたい
Oh
けど
no,
ね。
I broke it. What should I do?
よし、ちょっと乗っていいか。
Okay,
で
let's
か
get
ら
on.
ね、壊れたものがあれば。
If there is anything broken,
Y キーを押せば治るはず。
pressing YT should fix it.
Using cache tie positions.
しかし、このままだと住んでるんだよ
However,
ね。
the real thing,
だから
place,
Y キーを押して F4 キーで上がるしかないんだな、多分。
probably the other day.
ちょっとここで着陸練習でもするか、みんなやってるから。
Let's practice landing for a bit. Everyone's doing it.
Using eye calculation.
Yahoo! あ、壊れちゃう、壊れちゃう。
Yay, it's going to break. It will break.
あー、壊れたかも、もはや。すぐ壊れるな。
Ah, it's probably broken now.
よし、まあいいや。着陸するときはフラップ出すから。
The flaps extend when sliding doors open or when landing.
生まれ変わらないと治らないタイプの故障やろうか。
Is this the kind of malfunction that can only be cured by being reborn?
また着陸練習にはとりあえず支障はあるな。
Mad cha-cha-cha, there shouldn't be any problems with practicing clicking, at least for now.
あ、これも壊れたまんまじゃん。
Oh, this is still
治
broken
んないの
too.
か、ワイキをしても。
No matter what.
とりあえず着陸練習
First, a landing practice match. 9.
プロペラ以外のとこは直せないのかね、これ。
Is it possible that everything other than the propeller hasn't been fixed?
Using cached eye positions.
あ、治ってる。
Oh,
どう
it's
いう条
fixed.
件で治るのかよくわかんないですな。
I can't really tell what my own
もう
voice
一回ちょっ
sounds
と着
like.
陸練習するか。
Will you?
その前に離陸を一遍ここからしてみるか。
Before that, let's try taking off from here.
みんな楽しんでおる。
Everyone is having
高
fun.
価な飛行機でぶっちゃをしておる。
I'm really enjoying my time on the
もう一回
plane.
着陸練習じゃあ、ごめんなさい。
SJO, I'm sorry.
Over G. Over G. Over G.
グワ
Gua.
なかなか
This child.
リリックすらもまま
Over G
ならんとは。
Lyric slam is not what you expect.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。よし。
Hold on a
着陸して
second.
みせる。わい。
Why?
しまった。トリムセンター。
Oops. Stream center.
キャノピーオープン。
Canopy open.
いやー、
Wow.
ミスタングでも本当着陸できなくて苦労したんだよな、ここ。
We really had a hard time landing.
いらね
I don't need it.
え。
Zero series.
はい、ギアダウン。
High gear zone.
はい、フラップダウン。
Yes. Flap down.
はい、オッケー。で、持って。
Yes, okay.
高いね。
That's expensive. Not at all.
失速するだった。
It was supposed to mean to stall.
わからないのはなかなか難しいっす。
That's quite difficult.
どうだ。
That's right.
あ、成功だ。ヤッホー。
It's a success.
よっしゃー、満足じゃ。
Yes, I'm satisfied.
ビリンロックを外していこ
Let's take off the beautiful girl look.
う。よし、めっちゃ満足。
I'm extremely satisfied.
さあ、週末ですね。どうやって過ごしていこうかな。まあ、ゼロ戦の
Well,
操
time to
縦
settle this, I guess. I'll just have to live
手
with
順
it.
書を作るのはまあ間違いないところでございますが。はい、じゃあ、
That's certainly true, but
いや、めっちゃ満足じゃ。
wow, I'm really satisfied.
あ、しまった。フラッパーを出るの忘れてた。まあいいや、飛行機壊してないから今回は。
Oops, I didn't lift the flap this time.
良きかな、良きかな。
Illness is good.
はい、ということで、Thanks for watching. Now have a nice day. 今日はマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会、コミュニティフラインフライデーに参加してまいりました。飛行機何機か壊しましたが、大変満足のいくフライトでございました。遊んでくださった皆さん、見に来てくださった皆さん、フラインフライデーに参加
Yes,
した
so thanks for watching tonight.
マイクロソフト
Have a nice
フラ
day.
イトシミュレー
Today I
ターの
participated in the official
ファンの皆さん、
Microsoft Fly
どうもありがとう
Simulator
ございまし
gathering,
た。
Community Fly Friday.
ということで、
I broke the plane a few
良い
times,
週末を
but it was a
お過
very
ごしくださ
satisfying
い。
flight.
では、
Thank you
失
to
礼
everyone
し
who
まう
played and everyone who
ま
came to watch.
いやー、よかったね。ニューギニア。やっぱヘルキャットとワイルドキャットに出会えて編隊飛行を組ませてもらったり、いろいろしたのが楽しかったですね。はい、では失礼します。